about what that organization does, and kind of just give an overview of how they use the items that everyone has lovingly met. I was just in awe of just all of the little sweaters and all the little hats and the booties and everything, and so well done. I'm excited for this coming year, and what we can expect to donate to the greater Milwaukee community at large. So before we get started, I just want to announce like what was put over there. I saw one more up there. Okay, so on that table back there, I have the original numbers of what I had coming into today, not knowing what was going to be put out. And originally we had 24 baby hats. Now we have 98.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah, yay. I counted 8 blankets, and now we have 14. So almost double. Ooh. And then we had 15 baby sweaters, but now we have 143.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. We have one cute little baby vest. It's so cute. 4 bibs and 5 booties, and there are several sets that people have made with matching hats or with matching booties. So I just want to congratulate not congratulate, but just thank you for. We're so amazing. Congratulations. No, it's not about that at all, but I do want to give our heartfelt thanks to the time, the money, just the effort that went into providing these, this organization with this lovely gift of knitted items for babies. So if Jean and Pat want to come up and talk about what they do and who they are. Yay.
Thank you, Lisa, for communicating. And this is our 3rd year coming, I believe. If Jean and I have come, we are the chairman of the LAYET program for the Christ Child Society, which is a 75-year-old organization in the greater Milwaukee area. We do programs for children. Our motto is, nothing is too much to do for a child. And our LAYET program is the main recipient of your generous and gorgeous knit items or crochet. I mean, we accept both.
Handmade.
Right, that's right, handmade items. We are always so excited. We have next Monday will be our LAYET assembly. And what we do at our LAYET assembly is we put together in a bag a crib blanket, which is a larger knit or knit blanket or quilt, a receiving blanket, a sleeper or a sleep sack, 2 sleep and play outfits, 2 onesies, 2 pair of socks, a sweater, 2 hats, a baby bottle, 14 diapers, a hardboard book, information for keeping your baby safe and well for the new moms. All of this, did I miss anything? No, all of this.
I thought you were gonna miss the book.
All of this goes in a bag, and it goes to 7 area hospitals all over the Milwaukee area, any hospital who has needy moms. Every month they tell us how many layets they need. The social workers are the ones that we communicate with, and they tell us how many layets. This year we've been doing about 150 layets each month. That means we need 150 blankets, 150 sweaters, 300 hats,
Wow.
each month. And so the ones that you knit for us are our treasured possessions. And we have ladies within our group who knit. We have friends who knit. We, are thrilled to have anybody because these all go to needy moms. I picked up some blankets just 2 days ago from a lady and her daughter who make baby blankets. And she said somebody asked her, "Why are you doing this for mothers you don't even know?" And she said, "If just one mother looks at this layette and says, somebody really cared about me, and so she will care a little bit more about her newborn child." These all go to infants in the hospitals. It's worth it. And they had made 20 handmade quilts for babies. And she does it regularly. And so, but when we bring your beautiful knit items, especially your sweaters, next Monday, the women always get really excited because if we have to purchase things, they're not they're not anywhere like this. We have trouble even finding sweaters to purchase. And so we are extremely grateful. And Jean is going to tell you a little bit more about what our organization does. Oh, before I finish, one of our members who does a lot of knitting sent me a pattern. If anybody wants an easy pattern in the size 3 to 6 months is our target size for infants. We don't want it less than 3 months because some of these babies are bigger. But and if they are bigger, that's fine. We certainly then they'll grow into it. But if anybody would like a copy of the pattern, I can either see if I can make some copies here, or I can email it to you if you take my email address and ask me for it.
Could we just take pictures of it later?
Absolutely.
We can keep it too.
Okay.
As like a copy for
Sure,
the gallery.
that would be fine. Yeah, and so if they want to take a picture of it, then they've got it. It's Ellen said it's a very easy pattern and works very well for our size. Okay, Jean is going to tell you a little bit more about our group.
I'm also going to tell you that there are 46 chapters of the Christ Child Society. So there are 46 chapters that are doing the same thing we are with layettes and probably giving away close to 100. The bigger chapters are giving away 100 bags a month, which is an awful lot. But there's that need out there. This started in Washington, D.C. because there was a great need around the turn of the century where mothers had nothing, and it started that way and started to grow because, again, I'll say there was the need. Now, we do layettes. That is our what you would call flagship program. And then we have my stuff bags. These are bags that are given to children 2 to 18 years old. And this is children who might be whipped out of their homes in the middle of the night because there's an abusive parent, or there might be something that's going on, or the mother wants to get away from the situation she's in, and they end up leaving. Last year, our My Stuff program gave 800 bags to children who were really basically displaced. I mean, they were, one minute they thought they had probably a stable home or a place to live, and the next minute they didn't. Now, what they have in theirs are like t-shirts, underwear, boys' underwear, girls' underwear, a toothbrush, a hairbrush. I believe they get a toy. pajamas, and then they also get a toy, and it's given to them in a bag that can be used as a backpack to go to school or whatever. So that's the two that we clothe children, infant layettes and the My Stuff bags. Then we have school support, which we go out in the schools, mostly in the inner city, and we tutor, and one I believe school, we've taken over their library so that they have a library for the kids, a lending library. Then we have second Saturday. This is the second Saturday of each month where mothers come with their children, and we will have a guest speaker, somebody like we'll have a dental hygienist, or we'll have a dietitian or somebody like that who will talk to them about healthy living, and the kids have fun because there's other children there. The mothers feel very safe, and that's our second Saturday. And then we have vision screening. We go into 18 schools a year, and last year we screened 800 children. And, somebody said to me one time, those kids aren't in need, because we go into the suburban schools as well as the city schools. Those kids aren't in need. I said, any child who can't see is in need as any child that can't eat or doesn't have food. It's a different need, but still it's a need. So basically that's what we do. And again, let me say that our layettes are our flagship. That's what makes us the organization we are, by giving these beautiful layettes to mothers who are underprivileged.
And if you will notice what I'm wearing, this is from our resale shop, just a little plug, on Good Hope Road at 43rd and Good Hope Road. We have our resale shop. It's supported by our members. And if you know anybody who lives in the area, we have everything from clothing to small pieces of furniture, men's, women's, children's clothing, housewares, jewelry, fine china. Nobody wants china these days. But we have lots and lots of things. We have people who come who need things at a very reasonable price, and people who are collectors who come. If you look at Christ Child Society on online, our website, you will see we have Craigslist and eBay, and we also sell things at our resale shop. We have no paid staff. We're all volunteers there, and all of our money goes to our children's programs to help, support our layettes, to buy diapers and all the things that we need to put in our layettes.
And those crazy diapers are expensive.
Yes,
Yeah.
they are.
Wow,
And that's why.
they are expensive.
Yeah, and I brought some brochures if anybody is interested. We are a non-denominational group of women who, we don't discriminate in any way with anybody, and children or adults. And so if you are interested in joining, we are always looking for new members. We have members from Franklin up to, we used to have a lady who lived in Fredonia. Now I think that Grafton is the farthest north we go, and we go from the lake out to Dousman. And so it's a wonderful group. We have 196 members right now, but we have quite a few provisionals this year, so the list should be increasing. Any questions?
And I think before we move aside, thank you. Thank you so much for your time and talent that you have given to make those lovely things that we can put in layettes to make moms feel special and to make babies look beautiful.
Oh, shit. I think I gave her some. Yeah, I don't know where she put it.
I put them by the, where people signed it.
Got it. Okay, more information can be had at the sign-in table. And then I took a picture of the pattern, and we can put it in the next month's newsletter. Or it's still up here if you want to take your own copy too. Okay. So, let's see. So if you have donated or knit something for the baby shower, specifically, we're going to be doing just a raffle to thank everyone who, just
There were
donated.
a couple latecomers who may not have entered.
Oh, great. Okay, Nicole will come around and, yeah. Oh, wait. Raise your hand if you did not have your name put in the bag. Judy?
I didn't know about it.
Oh, yeah, no, we were trying to find everyone, so I'll make sure that you get your name. Here. Perfect.
Hold it up.
Sure, yeah, just fold. Fold in half. Fold in half. Fold in half. Anyone else not get their name put into the basket? Great.
Can I do
Okay,
the drawing?
you can do the drawings.
When are you doing it?
I'm gonna do it right now. Yeah, so, here's the first one. Here's that. Okay. All right. We have two skeins of Madeline Tosh. Tosh Merino Light in Flash Dance and Torche. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but you get it. Pink and purple?
This lovely gift will go to Amy Lobo.
Yay! Amy Lobo.
Stand up. Yes, I want to make.
Okay, yeah, run. Okay, next is two skeins of Spud and Chloe. Remember them?
Great for making babies.
Blue Sky Fibers. Spud and Chloe Fine sock. It's a superwash and silk. So two skeins will give you ample amount. You could probably make like a bunch of things. Anyways, two skeins. Next up is
Sandy Burns.
Sandy Burns.
Oh, good thing she got in late.
All right. And then the next prize goes, wait, first I gotta tell you what
Donated by
it
me
is.
personally.
Donated by Nicole. Wait. A September 2023 sock squad, sock yarn with a matching little mini for heels, toes, or cuffs. Goes to
Vicki Peterson.
Vicki Peterson. All right. Next one is a fantastic book for children. Cardigans, pullovers, hats, little collars, which are so impractical, but so adorable. Little leg warmers and hand warmers. Oh, and the pictures are just, oh my gosh, look. It'll make you want to have a grandkid. Okay, so that is by Claudia Q. Making Memories, Lane publication, donated by Cream City Yarn. Weird. That is
Judy Humble.
Judy.
Thank you, Judy.
Nice. The next prize is a $20 gift card to Fox River Fibers. I believe it's by Butler. Somewhere.
Big Ben.
Big Ben shop.
Yeah, outside of Franklin.
Yeah, it's got a lot of good stuff.
She has a lot of open bins too.
Open bits too, yeah.
Pottery things. Donna Nelson.
Donna Nelson. Oh,
Thank you, Donna.
okay. When Nicole and I were at H&H, we came into, found a new potential charity to donate to. We're working behind the scenes to get them goods. It's called Knit the Rainbow. And there are different drop-off locations around the country, and we're trying to get one for the city of Milwaukee. So they gave us skeins, 4 skeins of spin cycle yarn.
Wow.
Real genuine spin site.
Yeah, real genuine. And the first skein, which is Salty Dog, my personal favorite.
It's a fun one.
I like that one.
And I did, well, which is like a sport weight, goes to
Anna Street.
Anna Street.
Thank you.
And then my second favorite color, I may have picked those out. My favorite.
Almost didn't donate that.
I know, it was really hard. The color is Wololo. And this is dyed in the wall sport weight.
Laura Hickman.
Laura Hickman.
Thank you, Laura.
Okay. This is from my own personal stash. I had a hard time giving this up, but it's from Ogle Design, and it is an ombre, superwash, sock, wool, and that goes to
Mary Vitrano.
Mary All right, and then we have 2 more. One more skein of spin cycle. This is the worsted weight in the Ghost Ranch.
The most sought
The
after
most
color.
sought after color. Yeah, that goes to
Karen Lummer.
Karen Lemmer.
Okay, last one.
Okay, last one. This one is another Dream State worsted weight. Water Witch. It's a new color.
Ooh, pretty.
What's the name of
Like a
that?
mermaid.
Water Witch.
I'm gonna need that at some point.
Yeah,
right?
So-
I hope you stock that at some
Who
point
is
in
the
your store.
At Clappa.
Cat Clapper?
Yes, thank you, Pat.
If you need them wound, if anyone needs them wound, sometimes I have winding equipment. I didn't see Molly.
She's not here today.
Oh, okay. You could always bring it into Cream City Yarn and we can wind it to you if you want. So, okay.
I'll
So,
try to charge you $5, but just tell me to shut up.
yeah. Remind us that even if it's not Nicole or I, if Corinne or Linda are there, then just tell them it was for the guild and they will just wind it for you. Alrighty. So we just want to again reiterate our thanks for donating all of those that for the baby layettes. As someone who recently had a grandson who was in the NICU for 3 months, looking at all of those are just so amazing. He's fine now. He's great. If you want to see pictures later, let me know. And then we also, what we inherited, I guess, from the previous co-chairs, I'm going to forget, Sherry and Lou. Yes, Sherry and Lou, who had given us, kind of transitioned the donations to us. We also had ending for September, or I guess through August, we're going to call it September. We had also for MPS 12 scarves, 4 adult cowls, or for kids, 5 adult blankets, 2 headbands, 33 kid/adult hats, 5 pairs of mittens, and 3 pairs of socks. So that was also very wonderful, and they will go to their respective organizations. Okay, so Nicole and I kind of were brainstorming some ideas, and we were also at the Madison Knitters Guild meeting last night, and we were just so inspired by what they do for their charity program. They each quarter focus on one area to kind of help people stay motivated and inspired to knit for different organizations, but kind of under the umbrella of a theme. So the fall theme is going to be socks. That may seem daunting, and you may think, I don't have any sock yarn in my stash. Who are you?
That's you, don't worry.
Okay, we'll get you hooked. And maybe you're thinking, I have so much yarn, sock yarn in particular, in my stash that I would really love to donate some of it. We are going to every month for the theme of socks. For October, November, December will be our month's focus. We're going to have kits already set to go so that people who want to knit socks and maybe don't have or honestly don't want to use the stash that they have, but people can come up and check out a kit, and then you knit that item and you bring it back. And then there's a pattern included, or you can use your own, and we'll kind of, give you some help with that. You can also bring a full skein of sock weight yarn, and that's going to be key, sock weight yarn. And we at Cream City Yarn will crank it into a tube, and it's the whole 100 grams, the tube. And then all you have to do is do an afterthought heel and toe and a cuff. So you're basically getting a tube for the foot and the leg. So you bring it in during the month. We will return it to you the following month. So there's a little bit of prep involved, pre-planning. Question?
Are you, just curious, are you using a sock knitting machine?
Yes. Yes, it's a 64 stitch sock knitting machine. And you get a tube that's probably about this long. So they're really great for adult size socks, like medium, but they are pretty stretchy too.
You can probably actually get 2 pairs.
2 pair or like a few shorties. Oh yeah, they're great. Teens, adults. And then the other option is to participate, and that's our goal really for this coming year, is to increase the participation in different ways to participate. You can also donate specifically to this themed, if you have sock yarn, you want to donate. You're not going to knit it, but you want to donate it, we will turn those into kits. And then provide a free pattern, or you can just donate it and you don't have to knit it. You can just give it and then we will knit it. And then the last way to participate, no, I did knit a pair of socks. Oh, I like tube socks. Those are great because they fit just about anyone. There's no heel, there's no heel. There's everything else. But so bring a skein, we'll crank it into a tube if you want. Bring a skein to donate, we'll make it into a kit. Come up, and we have several here. Check out a kit, we'll get you started. You just need the needles. Oh, and we will include a pattern and instructions for how to do the afterthought heel. Nicole and I will also be here from 5 to 6 to help you with sock questions during this month. So if you were like, I love the idea of it too, but I do not know how to do an afterthought heel, like we'll try to work on that. And yeah, so any other questions?
How many yards of sock yarn are required?
Well, we can, we have a scale at the shop, so even if you have like a little bit left over, we'll weigh it and see if it's enough for like a children's sock.
Yeah.
Even if you have like a half a skein of nice sock yarn.
Yeah, so 50 grams should get you a kid's pair for sure, or a pair of shorties. But the aim is to have superwash wool because they will be warm. They don't require laundering as often as cotton socks. And because they will be superwash, they are easily laundered. So that is the hope. We've contacted the Milwaukee Women's Center, and they were happy to accept those any socks that we make during this next quarter. So they will go to people who need warm feet.
And socks are their biggest need.
Socks are their biggest need. Okay? Yes, Mary. Mary, wait, did I get that right? Rosemary. Okay.
So, what if I don't want to do any of the above? Can I give you money that you can make another kit to give to somebody else?
Yes,
Absolutely.
Sure.
yes.
And how
Yes.
much would you like in order for one
Whatever
kit?
you
Just
want.
give us a blank check. I have really good taste. No, anything. I mean, anything will help. And since we're kind of just getting started putting together kits, like it'll go to the guild and the guild will give it to us to use as part of our budget. So that way you're donating and then it's going to us. So whatever you want. Any other questions? Yes.
When they talk about the socks that they need, is it shorties or is it something that comes up higher on the ankle? Just women's or women and children?
All sizes.
Okay.
I know it's called the Milwaukee Women's Center, but they service all. That's just the name of it.
The organization. Children, women, anyone really. And if it's something, I mean, we could even give them to MPS too. We definitely, our goal for this year in charity is to just increase participation, awareness, give you inspiration and education. So we're gonna try to do a few additional things from previous years. And the winter, so January through March, we will focus on cold weather accessories. So like mittens, hats, scarves, cowls, anything that could be given to those who need warm winter accessories. And then this spring, we're going to be focusing on fundraising and education. And that will be TBD, more information coming. And in the summer, we're going to be focusing on children and babies, just as the specific focus. Now, does that mean you can only donate those things? Absolutely not. Like, if you love making baby sweaters, please continue. I mean, we just want to, again, like we said, increase participation in other ways to make donating a little bit more accessible and fun. We are not setting any kind of goals or like, hey, we need this X amount of number of items. donated. I think that, that kind of defeats the purpose, sort of. Donate what you can, but maybe even have a personal, goal in mind, and I will share mine for the accountability. I follow someone on Instagram who makes a pair of mittens every single week, and donates them, and I swear she makes like at least 3. Anyways, she donated like 500 pairs of mittens to
So you
the,
don't have time for that.
no, this is after many years, and I was just like, whoa, that is amazing, 500. So I'm going to focus on making mittens, one, because I love mittens, and they can be made out of soft weight yarn double, so. And we'll have patterns up here as well, so if the ones in the kit aren't something that you can do, no problem, we have suggestions and we can get you patterns, so. Yes,
For someone who is allergic to heels of socks.
yeah,
I could get some assistance from 5 to 6.
sure, yes, yeah, and if you don't like heels
Or I
or,
don't like them, it just never looks the same.
oh, yeah, we'll have some options for you, yeah, okay. All right, what else?
Another question.
Yes,
So when you say, if we are called by one of those kits, we sign it out, is that our accountability or is there a cost?
No, everything is free.
Okay.
nothing, there's no cost, your time is the commitment, and just so we can kind of track to see, it's not like we're gonna be hunting you down, it's more of just like, kind of, yeah, you need to make this within this 3 months, like, yeah, that's, I, maybe that'll happen, but maybe it won't, but we just wanna be able to track what we're doing, so that's all, yeah.
Sorry to interrupt, but I will be leaving soon. I didn't get an email for the newsletter, so.
Oh, okay, Erica?
A few of us didn't get one, so.
Yes.
Okay.
Eric is, I mean, speak.
I was going to address that during the meeting, but yeah, contact Erica. You can contact her either through her email address that's listed, well, I guess in our newsletter, so that won't be very helpful. Never mind. I can get you her email if you want to.
I'm leaving now.
I was gonna say, or
Write
you
down
can-
your email address and name.
She's also in our Facebook group if you're in our Facebook group. So you can tag
Yeah, I
her
was gonna
there.
say, otherwise we can, start a sheet of paper.
Yeah, I
Yep.
have
At the
paper
sign
up
up
here.
table.
Yep. And you can write down anyone who did not get it. Sometimes if you have a Gmail, we've discovered that it could be in your spam folder or your promotions folder. So check in those extra folders too. What happened was Erica set up a new mailing service because the previous email account for our guild was privately owned. And so we've set it up to a mailing service instead so that it's next, so that whoever takes over the newsletter next has an easier time and just has all of that information on hand and can use this mailing service to send it out every month instead of having to manually like add every email address for every member of the guild in a Gmail. So it makes it a little bit easier on our newsletter person, and it will make it easier to hand off the newsletter for next time. But because it's new technology, glitches happen. So we are trying to get everyone that. If you can write down your email address, either can we set a piece of paper up at our back table, our membership table? Do we have a blank piece of paper that we can use? Okay. Or you can tag Erica on Facebook and grab her there.
Well, and I really suggest doing your spam and your promotion folder, because we discussed this on Saturday morning at knitting, and we were there, and we found it in our spam. Most
Yep.
of mine was, some did not. So
Yep.
it depends, I think, on what platform you're in.
Yep.
But yes, it was
Yeah.
there, so.
I didn't see it.
So we will be here after the meeting if you want to check out the kits, but going forward, we'll have that set up beforehand. So if you want to drop off, we will take donations in the back, we can drop them off, and then we'll be keeping, I guess, track of.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was gonna, so going forward, when you bring yarn in for the meeting, Lisa and I will take it for the month and sort through it and see if it can go in any of our upcoming kits, or if we can, sell it here at the guild to raise funds Or if we can put it in like a tip jar donation system so that we can raise more money to make more kits for the things that are going on.
Yes.
Makes sense?
Yes, yes. Okay. So there are 6 kits with instructions and 5 without, all balled up and ready to go. So, yeah. So any other questions for Charity? Yes.
What was it that you said you were making with sock yarn double?
Oh, no gauge, no swatch mittens. Yeah, and that's a free pattern on Ravelry as well. Yeah.
You can also, if you want to do the tube thing, you can also make you could, if you want to do the tube thing, we can make you the tube, you can make a pair of socks out of it, and then you'll have enough left over to do some fingerless mitts.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
If you wanted to do like a matching set.
Yes. Okay, well, thank you again. Keep knitting and, we can keep people warm. Because it gets cold here.
Yes, it does.
All right.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
I moved my agenda, and that will be very helpful. Sorry. Was this yours? Nope. You're good. I just need my iPad because it has my agenda on it, and if I don't have my agenda, then I forget things. All right. So we are going to start our business part of the meeting. Oh, Knit Companion is not going to help me. Helps me with other things, does not help me keep track of our meeting. Alrighty. So as always, we are going to start with the approval of the previous month's minutes. So for those of you who received the newsletter, I would love a motion to approve of the minutes as stated. Karen, so moved. Thank you. And I'll need a second.
Karen Lemmer?
Karen, thank you. Yep. All right. Works for me. And all in favor of approving?
Aye.
Thank you. Any nay? Thank you. All right. So we are going to zip right into committee reports. So we'll start with, I think I saw Kathy. Yep, you're a little later walking in, so I thought you were here. Do you have the treasury information on hand? Okay, so let's start with treasury.
Yes. And is the new treasurer here?
She is sick today. We'll bring that up a little later in our meeting, so we'll talk about it.
All right. So the, as of August 31st, 2023, we have $9,923.89 in the account. And the activity for last month was mailing out the awards for the 4 categories of state fair. We gave 3 $30 prizes, and some of the winners are here tonight to show off their work assignments. So that's fine.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
All righty. Charity, I don't think we need to hear much more from them. They had their spiel during our program, so that is fantastic. If they have anything else to add, they are welcome to, but I think they covered basically everything for charity. Oh, one more. Oh, we're good. Okay. All right. I thought that was a raised hand. That teacher, immediate, your hand went up. Immediate instinct there. All right. Membership. We have some news from you.
We have 37 members in attendance tonight and 5 guests.
Fantastic. And can we say hello to our guests? Hello, everyone who's joining us. Yeah, if you want to raise a hand, guests, and we can be extra friendly to you because we love our guests. We hope you join us. It is so lovely to see you. Glad you're here. All right. Oh, yeah, I was supposed to introduce myself. I'm real bad at that. My name is Lauren Hackerott. I'm the president. And yeah, I was going to eventually, during our new business, introduce our whole board and chairs and all of those folks, because some of us may have forgotten and some of us are new, and so that'll be a thing that'll happen. So thank you, membership. Program, Mary.
Thank you. Our October program is Sean Simmons. I don't know if she's here today.
She's gonna be teaching mosaic knitting. We're talking about mosaic knitting, in October. If there's any pre-work or anything that anybody needs to do ahead, I will let you know. November, we will be doing the brown bag again. And then, Erin and Holly, who, Erin teaches at Crazy Yarn, they will be doing a program for us. I don't know what it is yet. And then December is our holiday party. So I am not going to be there. So I'm looking for volunteers to help with it. I would have everything set up. I just need, people that would be here that night that can help set it up when it comes.
Thank you. Who's that?
Can you explain for those of us that don't know what the brown bag
Ooh,
is?
yeah.
Yes, let's talk about brown bag.
I can explain that. So, I think I can explain that. I have a heart, correct me if I'm wrong. What we do is you sign up, you bring in a skein of yarn, and you put it in a bag, and you sign up your name. And everybody that brings a bag of yarn in takes part of the brown bag. And then once everybody puts their name in, we put all the yarn in a bag, you come up and take a bag and you knit a thing for somebody else.
Yes.
So in December, everyone that's knit something will stand up and say, I had bag number 7 and I got this yarn and this is what I knit for them. So you knit whatever you want for those skein of yarn that's in the bag.
Is it only gonna be
Small correction.
2 months?
Small correction, usually we used to do it where we presented in February.
Oh, sorry. I know I
But
did something
that's because
else.
we didn't meet in January, so we can make a decision on that if you want to do the presentation in January or February.
December, right? It would be
Oh, I'm
November
sorry.
time of year.
Yeah, so November is when we would exchange. Or I guess we could do it in December too, if we wanted to. We can make it part of the holiday party. But I think usually we did it,
Yeah,
the exchange in
I have
November.
it for November.
Okay, so November, and then we'd have a few months to work on
Okay.
your project because holiday
Sorry.
time is prime knitting time. And when you have this extra like thing
Sorry,
to
I
do
knew
for
I
brown
did
bag,
that.
that's very stressful.
So you
So-
get it, you put your yarn in, I put it in a bag with a number. And after everyone's given me their yarn, we put them in bags, and I put down, Mary Toronto, number 7, so I know what number bag it was. Everybody comes and picks up a bag that they want, since you don't know what's inside of it, and I'll say, Lauren picked up bag number 7, so I know that Mary's yarn is in that bag, but Lauren is knitting for her. And
So then you give it back to them.
Yes,
Yeah, so,
Yes.
so February,
February, yep.
so in
Let's do February.
February, you come back with your knitted item and say, I had number 7, and then you'll find out who your person was that you knit for.
Yes.
So it's a mystery.
Yes, it's a mystery the whole way through. And that's the challenge of it too. Like I like to do things like socks or hats, but I don't know whose head is X number of inches big or how big their feet are. So it kind of makes it interesting in what you do with their yarn. So it's a little bit of a challenge as well as a fun little mystery.
Also, don't forget, the yarn should have its label on it.
Yeah, ball band helps a lot.
So you know,
Repeat that.
So,
Yarn
put-
its label on it so that the person knitting it knows what kind of yarn it is.
Yes.
and how much.
Yeah, how many yarn.
So it's really great for like those one-off sock skeins that you buy because ooh, pretty. But then you're like, what am I gonna do with this? So it makes it kind of a fun thing where it's like, this has been sitting in my stash for 4 years. I don't know what I plan on doing with it. You bring it in and then someone else gets to decide that for you. So fun times.
Yep, so-
Strong recommend.
And then a couple other things. I'm thinking that we could do a holiday, I'm not thinking of the word, challenge. And do anybody that wanted to get an ornament, and we'll put it up front with, just a number, we'll know who you are. We can do, and everyone gets a ticket when they come in, and you put your ticket in the ornament you like best, so you don't know whose it is, and whoever gets the most will win a prize.
Yes.
Anybody up for that? Think it's a good idea? Don't
I
mind.
think it sounds fun.
Okay, so there's your warning. If you're going to join, if you want to donate into, or you want to enter for the Christmas ornaments, start knitting.
And will those need to be done for the December meeting, or do you need them ahead of time at the November meeting?
December meeting.
December meeting, yeah, bring them in that day. We'll give you a number. All right, anything else for programs?
I do have the two state fair people that are here, who want to do an hour, but.
That's in my new business, if that's okay.
Yep.
Alrighty. All right, thank you, Mary. Events.
Thank you to everybody who came out and did the relay. It was a lot of fun.
Bring her microphone,
Oh,
bring her the
sorry.
microphone.
Yes, we did the walk and knit relay at the Sheep and Wool Festival. That's what she was talking about.
Yes, thank you to everybody who participated and came and cheered them on. It was
We
a lot
have
of
one of the
fun.
champions with us as a guest here today.
Yes, her team got first place. Yes.
Yay!
So she needs to join us so the girls can win next year.
Unfortunately, not appreciated. And Pathfinder is looking for somebody, if anybody is available during the week. Like one of the group therapists would like somebody to come and help teach the kids to knit during the week. So like I've been doing it, well, I won't be able to do it this month, but hopefully next month again I'll be able to do it. Like,
Do you have a day?
Doing it.
huh?
Do you have a day?
No, so they're kind of open, they Tuesday to Thursday. Right now they have Tuesday group therapy, but she said that they can switch it around,
What time are they looking for?
pretty much anytime.
Anytime too?
Yeah,
And where are they at?
yeah, it's like 4200 North Holton,
Okay,
like,
all right, yeah.
just north of Capitol.
Are you saying this, what organization?
For Pathfinders, for
Okay.
Pathfinders, yeah, so if somebody was interested in that, just email me. We can work something out with the Pathfinders people. And I have a bunch of yarn and needles and stuff, yes. Yeah, I have tons of yarn, I have the whole educational things in my car and I've been kind of going through it. And, somebody, Mary can't, oh, she's here, but she gave a ton of yarn, that the kids wanted and other people have been bringing it in. So we have tons of yarn and needles and, like little things to kind of showing the basics. So, and I think that eventually, we're hoping for April for a retreat, so. And nothing else really planned at the moment. If anybody can think of anything they'd like, yes.
Remind us of your name again.
I'm Kelly.
Kelly.
Yes, Joyce and, yeah.
I just have a question. I was at the, at Whitnell Park the night of the knitting, and I didn't know how to find anybody, and I
Oh.
do that every week. So could I suggest that we get, I know we have a beautiful quilted banner, but, and that would work too.
Yeah.
To have it on a pole or something, so we know where
Yeah.
you are at these
Yeah.
different events.
Yeah, I
Talked
think-
about that, I don't know.
Yeah,
if
I
have
did.
it in.
Yeah, I ended up just using like a helium balloon. That's a good idea too.
Using what?
A helium balloon. That one I think I was sick at, but yeah,
Oh, okay.
the other ones I did just a helium balloon, but yeah. And,
Just so everyone knows, I'm working on setting up a community knit at Knitting Nook in Mequon. But it'll be in October, probably on a Tuesday, similar time as the meeting. She's gonna open the shop just for us. We just haven't narrowed down the exact date and time yet, so I will get that in the next newsletter. But, so you guys have that kind of in the back of your mind that we'll do a Tuesday at Knitting Nook in October.
okay, yeah, I forgot. Jenna is taking over the community knits for a while. I like it. Back on my feet.
Because I need an excuse to go to yarn stores.
Right, exactly. So, yeah. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Kelly.
All right. That was events. Newsletter. I know Erica is gone today and we did kind of. Oh, you're here, you made it. Hi.
Yay!
All right, newsletter.
Yeah, so, you push, or I guess I pushed out the newsletter.
Can you take the microphone? to her?
Yeah.
Come up to the mic, please.
Doo-doo-doo. It's a big room.
It is. Just outside. Thank you.
So I pushed out the newsletter using this new app called Benchmark. What it lets me do is push a newsletter out to everyone using HTML, so it looks kind of nice. You will have to whitelist the new email address that I added. It's in the newsletter. Make sure you whitelist it.
What does whitelist mean? Whitelist.
So I'm going to explain whitelist, or the other layman's terms for whitelist is to add that email to your contacts and make sure you're checking your spam box. Because I know I just was noticing that a lot of people who were missing the newsletter have a yahoo.com email. So I get to see all the analytics and I see who gets the newsletter and I see who doesn't get the newsletter and who does. I get to see who clicks on any of the links and who opens the email. So I kind of have a list of, I think, 11 of you with Yahoo emails. Be on the lookout in your spam box. I'm gonna try pushing out the newsletter again for those email addresses. And then trying to think if there's anything else.
If it still doesn't work, is there a way that we could like post a link onto our Facebook page? I know usually it's a members only thing, but just for until we get some of the glitches worked out.
The great thing about the newsletter is when I'm sending it out, it's a link to a Google Doc now. So you're not getting a ginormous email. You're just getting a link to a ginormous file that you can download. So we can either send that out. We can either send it out. I can try sending it through the Gmail account, or I can post a link on Facebook if I don't know.
I know,
Actually,
I don't like it either,
I don't know. What I'll do is I'll post the first 4 pages and not include the membership list. So that our phone numbers and emails are not all
Yeah. Love that.
floating out there in the ether.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Sorry, I just wanted to, until we get all those little things worked out.
The feedback may have provided, first of all, it looks excellent.
Yes.
Very great.
It's beautiful.
The second thing was I clicked on it today because I couldn't remember what times I was supposed to be here. It's not actually in the newsletter. I had to go to Facebook to find the times.
No,
It's
it's
there. I couldn't find it when I clicked on
over
it.
in the upper right-hand corner, because I looked.
I thought it was there, but.
Okay, I didn't see it because on the left it said the day of the meeting. The time was not, was the day.
Okay,
So maybe it was in a different spot, so I may have missed it.
Okay.
I just specifically went to the newsletter to try and find it, did not see it.
Okay.
I just saw the day.
We'll double check, I guess.
But in general, the newsletter was awesome.
Thank you. No, the time I moved it because I was running out of room on the left side. So I added it to the top part underneath the title of the newsletter.
I guess I was just confused because I found the
That's
day.
okay. I know, it looks a little different.
Well, I
Yes.
just use the days, times go together, days and times aren't generally in two
Yep,
different spots.
yep. That's fair. Okay. Another question for Erica? Yes.
Yeah, I just have a question about putting the newsletter out on Facebook minus all of our personal information. That's a public forum and everybody who looks at that is not a member.
Right.
And I feel like the privilege of our newsletter is a paid membership.
Right,
And so I'm just raising my own personal concern that I know it's very convenient to put it on Facebook, but I have reservations about doing that.
I
And I
understand.
don't know how anybody else feels.
Yeah, I actually agree with you. I was just thinking for this particular month, not as a regular thing, but just because we had so many glitches with several of the email addresses and several members that said I did not get this, for just this month until we kind of get some of those kinks worked out, that would be kind of a stopgap until we get those.
Because I feel that
Well,
should
but
just
I
be
say
for the
remove the
meeting
directory
members.
then, because you're putting out people's
Yes.
names.
Yeah, that's
Right,
what
that's
we're
what
doing.
we talked about. Yeah, we
No
just
directory.
mentioned that,
That's going
taking
to be
away
out.
the names and
Yeah.
and addresses and things, so. Yeah, like Erica said, the first 4 pages that doesn't have all that personal information.
One thing I could do is, just thinking about it, I can probably lock the PDF with a password and only members have the password.
Smart.
I can't do that.
But how are they gonna get the password?
Yeah, that is a tricky thing. I'm in another organization that does that. I don't advise it. I mean, I'm teaching a new board member, and you can't get that, and she says, where's the information? He said you have to go sign up to get the password first, and then you can access the information, so
Okay.
I say, no. I know it's a way to do it, but not this big of a group.
It's an option. And like I said, this is hopefully just a very temporary thing, and then everyone will have whitelisted the email address that this comes from, and it won't be a problem again.
What is the email address that comes from?
It is Greater Milwaukee Knitting Guild, written all out, at gmail.com.
Thank you.
I found mine in my spam, because I
Yeah.
did look at my spam.
It is Greater Milwaukee Knitting Guild at gmail.com. Just all spelled out.
If you know how many people didn't get it, is there a way you can just contact those people and not? Is it 50%, is it 10%, is it, you know? But if you could just, then everybody's spam.
Well,
And just go and look at it and add it.
Yeah.
Are we mixing
Yeah, if it's
myself
in
on
your
a
spam.
one-time little thing, and we don't miss anything, because if we all go home and check our spam, and we all find it, and we all add it.
yes, so, yes. It should be, it should be. Yes.
So then everybody just needs to look this.
Spam and promotions was the other one that we randomly found it in.
I found mine, I have a Gmail address, and I found mine in promotions. And then I had to just go up and move the folder and move it into my inbox, my primary from.
So there were only 2 hard bounces. And they were for someone whose email address was converted incorrectly when I generated the Excel spreadsheet from the PDF. And then that other person has not reached out to me, but.
So all the others, it went through.
Yes, it went
somewhere.
through. Yes, it's somewhere. Okay. Okay.
I'm sure I can figure it out.
I have a list of all the emails.
All right, anything else?
I just wanted to add that once everything is up and running for the website, there will be a members only page that will have a password. Everyone will have to remember that password, and it may need to be changed depending on who accesses it, but we can put the membership directory there, we can put the entire newsletter there. So then in the Facebook group, there would just be the non-quote private information.
Yeah, that makes sense. And we can put that password into our newsletter probably too, so that everyone has easy access to that, we don't have to memorize it. Right. The 12 characters, a special number and a special character, all that fun stuff.
And I don't know if we're paying for a domain name, but one of the reasons.
It's already, we have one.
Okay,
We have one.
so what would be really great is we could link an email to that domain, because one of the main problems I have with the newsletter right now is that if I'm using a Gmail account, it's more likely to not get through the filters and end up in
Right.
spam.
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
Touch base.
Super.
Thank you. Yeah, progress can be frustrating and slow, so my apologies for all the little glitches that come with progress, but it is usually for the better. All right. So State Fair is up next. I know we have our State Fair folks here. We're gonna get to them in just a moment. But is there anything else about State Fair that we wanna talk through before we get to their projects and presentations? Yes.
I would just like to say thank you to the volunteers that came to knit in the sheep barn. They Just For You people were very happy.
Mhm.
And it was a lot of fun. The spinners I worked with and enjoyed talking to them. And so thank you, everyone. Next year, if you want to do it, it's great. You get a free ticket to get into State Fair, a parking pass, and then you get to knit with another knitter, and you get to see a spinner.
And you get to hear the sheep.
Yeah,
Because
and you
we're
get to hear
sitting
the
right
sheep.
next to the judging arena. And when the sheep from a herd is in there and the sheep from the herd is out done already, those two sheep make a big racket.
Yes. Yes. Saying hello to all the sheep and goats was my favorite part.
It's a lot of fun.
Okay, thank you. And website. So hopefully we have a big update for the website because we've been working on it for a while.
So, we have the website set up. It's greatermilwaukeeknittingguild.com.
What?
Which is,
That's awesome.
it's all set.
Okay.
I don't have any of the pages, set up yet because I had some things that I needed to iron out.
Okay.
But, committee members, you can reach out to me, with your requests as far as what you want on your page. We're going to get it set up now, so, we'll have the separate pages, the members only, and things like that, so that, please reach out to me, and then next month,
Cheryl and I would love to be able to just do a quick presentation.
Amazing.
So
Is online pay going to be an option on your platform?
it can be, yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right, and if you want to talk with our treasurer about that, like how to
Yes.
get that hooked up, that would be fantastic.
I sure can.
Thank you.
I keep getting random emails from Wix, who is the web hosting,
Mhm.
that service that I'm using, asking me, you haven't set up a method of payment yet. Well, we're not having anybody
Yes.
pay yet, but
Yes, it'll get
we
there.
can definitely do that.
Awesome. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Very exciting.
Awesome.
Yay, I'm so excited. All right, so I want to, before we move in, I don't think there's a lot of old business to cover. It seems like we've kind of covered most of our business. We've solved most of our stuff. So, nothing from old business from the last meeting, but we do have some new business. And I'm going to start with the State Fair winner presentations because they've been sitting here for a while and I would like them to have their time. So our State Fair folks who participated in State Fair, who won State Fair, if you want to stand up and take some turns showing off what you made, we would love to hear from you.
Please say your name.
Yes, please say your name and what you made. If you want to come forward to show off your things, we would love to, not have to turn
So
into
it's
food owls.
Marcia Ryback and Mary Kuhn are here to show you yours.
Yay! And we have a microphone so that you can be heard.
Do the hands thing.
Yeah, I'll do the hands thing. I think I got it. Okay, this was the 4th year that I
In front of the
entered.
microphone.
Yeah, that would help. This is the 4th year that I entered the State Fair. I was encouraged by my former boss, who was a crocheter. So we kind of do it together. But this is the first year that I got a first place, and I was really excited. I was excited, and I do want to thank all of you
Ladies, can you
ladies
please stop
for.
talking, because we can't hear her, even with the mic.
Oh,
No, it's not you.
oh,
We need to hear you, we just can't hear all the background noise.
oh,
Sorry, I don't mean to be rude, but it's being rude to who's speaking,
okay.
the talking going on.
I wanted to thank the Guild for your prize money. I was very excited to receive that. It was like frosting on the cake for me, the blue ribbon, and then your prize was just, like I said, frosting on the cake for me. And I was excited to know that there was a guild like this. I started knitting. My mom got me into knitting. I think I was 8 years old, and she let me knit a sweater with some leftover yarn that she had. Well, the sweater was orange and the sleeves were probably big enough for 5 people to sit in. So I think I got a little bit better. So it was a new category this year. It was a hooded baby poncho. So this is what I knit.
Very cute.
It's bulky, 5-weight yarn, and I used a size 8 needle. It's for 0 to 6 months of age. And actually I got the pattern from Pinterest, which I'm sure all of you ladies kind of look at on a regular basis. So it turned out really well, and I just entered it hoping that maybe I would get something, but when I got first place, it was like, oh, yay. So if possible, I would like to donate this to your charities.
Love that. Thank you.
So here you go.
That is so nice.
Very welcome.
Did you use?
Pardon me?
What yarn?
It's
Marcia Ryback,
it's an acrylic
and
yarn.
I actually have been entering State Fair since about 1987. I went back and I looked. And I started out in clothing. And I did that for a while. Then my daughter joined me in clothing and like cross stitch and stuff like that. And then when and I've been knitting probably since high school. And when I retired, I was a special ed teacher for 35 years. So when I retired, I took a sweater class at Cream City Yarn. Yes.
Hi.
But that was back like in 2012-ish maybe. And it actually fit, so I was real excited. And I entered that one in State Fair, because I thought, oh, why the heck, why not? And it placed. And so that's kind of hooked, then I'm gonna knit a sweater every year. So that's kind of what I've been doing. Last year, you had the Guild awarded for first place last year in sweaters, and I won that, so I brought that sweater to show you. Yay.
Alright, that was a pretty sweater.
And then I only took second place this year, but I brought that one anyway.
Only, that's still awesome.
So,
Wow, I love this one. It is so pretty.
Well, that's
Wow,
beautiful.
those are awesome cables.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to say, I did not mind losing to you last year.
Yeah.
Oh, was it you?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was so pretty, I wasn't even mad that I lost.
So yeah, it was a challenging sweater, but it was, fun. I learned a lot. One thing I learned is that they send charts that are just way too small. I mean, the charts for this came on like, regular sized piece of paper.
Knit Companion, you can bigify your patterns.
I don't have a Mac, and I don't know that Android has Knit Companion. So
It
what
does,
I-
it does,
Really?
yes, it does,
I
it just
haven't found
doesn't
that.
sync across.
Okay,
the
so what I
devices.
did though, is I went to FedEx and I had them enlarge it for me. And then I didn't have enough colored pencils to do it, so I just started making zeros for this one and X's for this one and an X and a zero for this one. I mean, because it was just crazy. But like I said, it was a fun, challenging knit. So
Who was the designer of that? Do you remember?
Nora. I brought that.
Okay, yeah.
I did
We
bring
know
that.
Nora
Nora who?
GAUGHN.
Yes.
And we have to spell it.
Brooklyn Tweed. What?
Michelle
It was a
Way.
Brooklyn Tweed. I got it through Brooklyn Tweed, but I think it's at Nora.
I think she works for them.
Does she?
I don't know.
Why don't I see her?
The name of the pattern.
The name of the pattern is Geiger. Geiger. I don't see her name on it. Yeah.
Weird. Yeah, it's not on there. It's not on the page where it normally is, right at the beginning.
Right. But anyway,
Yeah.
so, and then see how many,
Oh,
Yeah.
very,
That's
very
a
thorough.
beast.
yeah.
Goodness.
But yes, it was. It was very thoroughly written. So anyway, so that was last year's.
And this year's?
And this year's.
Oh.
The baubles. The baubles in the cable.
Yeah.
My goodness, I love it. That only got second?
And only got, so is the first place winner here?
I was gonna say, the first place must have been epic.
Well,
That's beautiful.
I actually have a picture of it, and it was a pullover, and was cabled in the front, and it might have had the cables down the sleeves. But it's always fun to go to the judging.
Yes.
And the judge usually will say something, and so she did. She said, I have 2 first place sweaters here. And so she placed the first place one because she said that there was some shaping in there. So she said, because you had to shape during.
Slightly more complex.
I guess. I would have disagreed, but.
Yes. Well, it's beautiful.
So that was-
Nice work.
Yay. Yeah, and that one is Debbie Bliss one. It is sold, ISOLDE. And it was made with cash merino, and that's what I made it with. And this one also was a sport weight yarn.
Thank you both
Thank
so much for
you.
sharing your beautiful work. Congratulations.
Thank you for donating.
Oh, my
And yes,
pleasure.
thank you so much for the donation.
I'm
Can I ask a question?
Absolutely.
I'm just curious about state fair. Does anybody know how they decide on their categories? Because I was rather surprised when I opened this year's, thing, and it said cable sweaters. And normally it doesn't do that. You'll have women's sweaters and men's sweaters, which they have since kind of done away with. And
So I think it might have something to do with last year's, not this previous year's, but the year before, where I did go to the judging, and she was really having a difficult time deciding because there were cabled sweaters, there were colorwork sweaters, there were cardigans, there were pullovers. And I think that might be why they wanted to kind of separate, because there are different merits between a colorwork sweater and the judging that goes into a colorwork sweater versus a cabled sweater. So I think they might have decided this year, because the judging was so difficult that prior year, to have broken it down.
But that was the only category available. So, I was trying to decide between the sweater and I have a mosaic knit one. Didn't know which one to do. Thank goodness I did this one. Because that was the only option.
Yeah.
And I just found that odd.
Yeah.
They have not done that in the past.
I wonder if they're to make the judging
Or they
shorter
have,
and
I
easier.
should say they have done it, where they've had cabled sweaters, but then just generic sweaters too, so.
I'm not sure, I don't decide, but I wondered if that might have had something to do with it. Sorry, Jenna, did you?
No, I was gonna say I think they got an opinion over here.
We have an opinion.
No, I have a question.
Oh.
Because I am the state fair representative for my machine knit club.
Okay.
And they get in contact with me, and we have refusal on categories. Sometimes we can suggest some, and sometimes they suggest some. So sometimes we win and sometimes we don't.
Sure.
Do we have a liaison?
No, I think Karen's our state fair person.
Right.
Which means what?
And over the years, I've gone to the judging ever since I've been retired, but I've been entering way before that. And Jill Abramson is the state fair person who actually is there working. You'll see her during the judging, you'll see her, she sends me the information. They have never asked what I would recommend for a category, and many times us knitters have gone up to them at state fair. And I've talked to Jill and I've said, this is, too broad of a category, or the judges didn't know what felt knitting was, or some, whatever little comment I had. And they're very helpful. They want to know what we think, but they've never asked me.
That's interesting.
No.
Because in the past, when I've gone, the sweaters, they have like 25 sweaters to judge. And like you said, you've got cables, you've got straight knit, you've got, and I get that. And then of course, the judges will always comment that they like to place the ones that show that they're doing more advanced techniques. So if you have a beautiful straight knit sweater, but you haven't done a button band on it, well, they're not gonna place that. And
Yeah, it's tricky.
And so there's gotta be a way to maybe divide, like maybe have a category for cables. Maybe have a category for pullovers.
Pullover, cable, pullover, cardigan.
Right.
Let's separate it.
I wonder if that's too many categories though.
But then again, if you're taking all those 25 sweaters and you're just breaking them up into categories. So my thought is maybe you would have close to the same amount of sweaters.
Well, we should
But
put
in a
together
smaller-
something and tell Jill.
That was,
Absolutely something to bring up too, who's in charge of
You were a
putting that.
winner. We've all been winners, or most of us.
Yeah. So anyway, I was just curious if anybody had anything to say.
Excellent question. Thank you. Okay, very nice. Give us one more hand. Yes. Oh, yes, sorry. Oh, sorry,
I
yes.
just wanted to comment, it's the same thing with the holiday category. It seems to be that it should really be broken into, okay, Christmas, and than other.
Yeah, I would agree with that,
Because
but
for all the years that I have gone to the judging, no matter if you've got Halloween, Easter, Christmas always places first.
yeah, it's not surprising. So, yeah, and that's again, something that would be really, I think, beneficial to bring up to the state fair folks who decide all of that nonsense, but that is not my job. Yeah, I would not be good at that job. No one give me that job, please.
Do you think we could do as a, as our, like an opinion, do you think we could write a letter?
Love that
And
idea.
Signed from the guild saying, we have many people here who would like to participate, but again, I don't do tables very often. So why I would even bother, you know?
Sure.
And this is, we would like to see different categories or whatever.
I think it would be beneficial if this is something we're really feeling strongly about to also incorporate other guilds in the state, because this is not just a Milwaukee thing, and to work with other guilds about this. So if anybody wants to kind of gather together and talk with Karen, our state fair liaison, and help on her committee, and can discuss that, that would be a fantastic thing to do. Sorry, Mary, you had your hand up.
Is it possible to contact that woman and ask her to do a program here on State Fair?
Years ago, I asked her that,
And
and
would
she
she open
said
it?
she's just too busy with
That's fair.
state fair.
Yeah.
And I said,
But
well,
she
it
could do
doesn't
it in
have to be,
January.
right, I said that, it doesn't have to be then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
If you have her contact information, I could try to contact her and see if she'd do something in just, you know, in
I can give it to you.
non-state fair season.
Yeah, love that. Love everything about it. All right. Okay, thank you. The next thing I was gonna do just for new business after our state fair is I wanted to just reintroduce our new board members and chair members, just to kind of get to know our faces. You'll notice that there's a new change too, where we have different colored name tags. So if you're like, I need to know a thing, look for the blue name tag, because that is how you recognize that we're in charge of something or other. So like I said, I'm Lauren, I am the president. This is my second year being president, and it's terrifying. So I run the meetings, I know how to do that, kind of. If I forget something, please correct me, because I am also, it's my third year in the guild and my second year being president, so do the math on that. So I'm very, very new still, I feel very new. Our vice president is Jenna Horde. So with the blue name tag,
I'm
so.
just here to be friendly.
She talks up the guild because I am not antisocial, but I am a very anxious person. So I don't do a lot of talking in general, except when I'm running meetings. So she's very good at that.
Or I'm available a lot, so if you have a hard time getting a hold of anybody else, I can be the go-between, whatever. I'm here for whatever.
She's very, very friendly, big golden retriever energy. We love that. Our secretary, Colleen Frericks, who's been diligently taking notes on her laptop. We appreciate her. Thank you, thank you. Treasurer is something I want to discuss, and that's kind of a subset of the introduction thing. Our treasurer has been having some health issues. So our elected treasurer that we elected in July has been struggling with some health stuff, which is why she's been missing so many meetings. That's my understanding at least. And so we may need to discuss putting in a new treasurer. This has been the most difficult position to fill, and I apologize for the headache. I don't like it either. So if anybody has any experience in being a treasurer for an organization and can kind of walk us through that and would be interested in taking a year and helping us out with that, I would love to take some nominations / applications / whatever we have to do to fill this position, because I don't think Kathy wants to do another year of interim. So is there anybody who would be interested in helping out with the treasury? Thank
Yay!
you.
What's your name?
And shout out your name so our secretary can record it, please.
Crystal Necker.
Thank you, Crystal.
Thank you, Crystal.
Yay! Thank you, thank you. And you can talk with Kathy Matthew, who has been our interim treasurer. Yes, Kathy.
I took over from Crystal.
Yeah.
We're just like gonna go back and forth. Yes. We'll play hot potato with the treasury position. All right, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. I guess we should probably vote on this, right? So I guess, can we have a formal motion to install Crystal as our new treasurer?
I move that.
Thank you, Judy.
Judy got it.
And Karen is seconded. Those are just the first two hands I saw. Sorry if anybody else raised their hand and I'm not trying
Which
to ignore
Karen
you.
seconded?
Karen Lemmer.
Never got it.
Yep, thank you. Too many Karens. All right, and then all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Wunderbar, I love it. All right, so that has that taken care of, fantastic. And I hope Angie will eventually be able to take over that position. Fingers crossed that at some point she will be able to do that, but this is, I guess, just not gonna be the time for her. That's okay. All right, so treasurer, our new treasurer is Crystal. Welcome and thank you. And then we have chairs, which I did not list out because I am not apparently smart enough to do that, but I do know I do have a list of the charity, so I'm gonna guess with the whole names. Lisa Luziak and Nicole Anderson. You saw them earlier because September is our whole charity thing. So thank you, and thank you to Sherry and Lou who passed that off to them. We appreciate the work that our previous chairs have done as well. So we thank them for their time and we welcome our new chairs. So please give them a hand. Thank you. I know we've been giving them many hands tonight because they've been doing excellent work tonight. Membership, our membership chairs are the ones running the membership tables, Mary Sherwood and Pat Kapla. Thank you, thank you.
Just want to make a comment, please.
Yes.
I have had 7 golden retrievers. I do not have a golden retriever personality. So you don't have to have a golden to have a personality.
That is fair. Yes, so prior to those two lovely folks taking over, Carla Roden was our membership chair. Again, we thank her for all of the time and energy that she invested prior to them taking over, and we look forward to our new chairs taking over as well. They put in a lot of work last year too, so they're not new, but they're new. All right. Program, Mary Vetrano is returning this year. She has been doing a great job setting up our programs over the last year, and I look forward to what she has come up for this coming year. We have had some very interesting things. I learned all about sheep, Icelandic sheep last year. It's fascinating. So, all right, events, Kelly Drayson is our events coordinator, and I am not sure who you took that over from. I think Laura.
There wasn't one.
But she had been wanting to step away for like a year, and so yeah, we had a lot of interim stuff going on during that time. So thank you, Kelly, for putting in the time and effort to organize some events for us. Our newsletter person is Erica. We heard a lot from her earlier too. Hi, Erica. And Erica took over the newsletter from Jackie Hiley, who had been doing just a fantastic job prior to Erica taking over. Again, we appreciate her hard work, all of her time, because that is not an easy task. So we appreciate all the years that she put into that and wish Erica the best of luck with the new endeavor of the new newsletter. And it has definitely looking different. So it's very new to me at least. So thank you. State Fair, Karen, you've been at this a while, I think. So thank you, Karen, for as many years as you've been kind of our State Fair liaison. I don't know who you took it over from because that was before I got here. So, but we thank them for their work too. Thank you, Karen. And our website, which is a brand new committee, our website is Karen Ubelacher. Am I saying that?
Yes.
Okay. I got it. So Karen Ubelacher is our website chair. She's been working closely with Cheryl as well. I don't remember your last name, Cheryl.
Knapp.
I wanted to say Knapp, and I was not entirely sure that was right. So look at me, remembering names. Yes, Cheryl Knapp. I know they've been working really closely together in getting a host for our website and working all of that. And I know they have some other members in their committee too, I think, that have been working hard. So we appreciate them bringing us into the 21st century and putting a website with our name on it. So thank you. I'm really excited for online payment to be an option. I'm very excited for that. My little millennial heart is just thrilled. So, all right. So again, big hand for all of our board folks, chair folks, wonderful people. And if you're interested in any of those committees, please see those chairs because we love to help. So many hands make light work. So we would appreciate anybody who's interested in any of those committees, seeing those chair people and saying, hey, I can do work with charity. I can do work with a newsletter. I can do all these things. We might be looking for someone to help out with like photography and publicity and things too, just to kind of lighten Karen's load because right now that is her job as well as the website.
which is a lot of work. So if you are interested and are often on Facebook, Instagram, all of those fun social media-y things, and are interested in helping out with that, talk to somebody with a blue name. Alrighty, I think that's all my new business. Am I forgetting anything? Anyone have anything else to add?
I'd like to adjourn the meeting.
Fantastic, thank you, Cheryl. Do we have a second?
Seconded.
Seconded, okay, thank you. And all in favor? Aye. The meeting is officially closed. I bang my non-existent gavel, we're done.
Jenna, can I ask a question?
Yes.
Is the yarn that's back there
Oh,
for
yes.
a purpose?
Oh, yes, the Christ Child Society. Hold on, just go back and look at it, it's great.
Okay, yep, same with the yarn on the windowsill. That is, take it if you want it, and then any leftovers we'll put into this charity. Fantastic, thank you so much. If you want.
Hi, how you doing?
Good, how are you tonight?
Good, thank you.
I'm gonna totally end the stream with my